Skin the Heart Always Selling Tea. Back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all jab that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Today we here with an informational tea. You know what I mean? In the wakes of all the fights, being called, being announced, and everything that's going down, we got another fight that has been officially announced. Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia had announced that they would be facing off in the match next year, 2 fights away. They both were going to have a fight in between, and then they were going to come together, and they were going to fight one another. Tank Davis had announced that his first fight in between, was Hector Garcia. So everybody was kind of wait and see, about who and what exactly Ryan Garcia would do exactly. And the news has broke. But first, let me say what's up to everybody that came in the building. What's good, D Free? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. TWT in the building. MP, what the fuck? What's good, my brother? TWT in the building. Good morning, beautiful. Shout out my girl, Jazz. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Jazz. Josh Sanders, what's good, my guy? Josh, appreciate you sliding through. TWT is in the building. The beautiful Miss Tay MMA. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, gorgeous. TWT in the building. Shout out my guy Came to Win. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, fam. What's good, Boxing MMA? Appreciate you sliding through. Said never heard of this guy Ryan this fight. I never really heard of him either, but that's what we're here for at the tea time at the tea house. We're about to actually take a look. I'm about to show y'all the guy. We about to run through his resume, you know what I mean, real quick. Now, so I lied, right? I'm not gonna say I never heard of this guy before because I have heard of him before. What I will say is that I never seen him fight. You know what I mean? What's good, Big Tex? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Big Tex. Glad you can make it. TWT in the building. Now, I'm not going to say that I never heard of this guy before, but I will say that I never heard him fight. I never seen him fight before, right? What's good, Just Duke? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Just. TWT in the building. So what we're about to do bright and early, right? What we're about to do bright there, let me put the beautiful Jazz up there. What we're about to do bright and early is we about to take a look at exactly who the guy Ryan Garcia is fighting. I already, got his box rec pulled up. His name is Mercito Gesta. Mercito Gesta. Right? So we're about to get his credentials pulled up, as I roll up this spliff. We about to get his credentials pulled up. About to bring my camera up. I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time today. But if y'all could, I got 3 likes right now. I got 16 people in the building. Cause everybody in the building, smash that like button for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time. Cause I ain't gonna keep this. I ain't gonna be on here too long. So I would greatly appreciate it if y'all could get your boy right as y'all roll in. You know what I mean? And smash that like button. Let's try to keep the likes with the views. You know what I mean? But I'm getting this thing up for y'all. We about to pull it up. We about to find out exactly who Ryan Garcia is facing off with. 13 people in the building. 15 people in the building. I got 14 likes. Y'all do your boy a favor, get your boy right, and smash that like button for your boy. But y'all about to bring this thing up. How y'all feeling this morning? How y'all great people feeling this morning too, by the way? I was a little sick yesterday. My body was aching. I felt off. Which is why I kind of took me on a slight break yesterday, but we back at it today. But let's go and get this box rec up. Let's get this box rec up so we can get into it. I ain't gonna waste too much of y'all time. Mercito Gesta. Ryan Garcia versus Mercito Gesta, January 7th in San Antonio, Texas. And then after this, we got the big fight that everybody been waiting for, right? Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. We got the big one everybody been waiting for after this, Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis. But let's check them out. Mercito Gesta. Mercito Gesta is 33, 3, and 3. So all threes. 33, 3, and 3. 17 KOs, and he's been stopped once. He's been knocked out once himself. Mercito Gesta is 35 years old. He's 5'7" with a 68-inch arm reach is Mercito Gesta. He's fighting out of San Diego, California by way of Madeo City, Philippines. So he's originally from the Philippines, right? And he's fighting by way of San Diego, California. So he's a California Mexican. You know what I mean? Oh, my bad. Mercito Guerrero, no mercy. Mercito, no mercy Guerrero. 33, 3, and 3. For sure, boxing. Appreciate you. So let's scroll on down. He fought Joel Diaz Jr. in his last fight. He beat Joel Diaz Jr. in his last fight. So, he beat Joel Diaz Jr. in his last fight. Now, Joel Diaz ain't a world beater or nothing like that, right? But, there is a recognizable name, a name that I do recognize, right? So, Ryan Garcia's, his up-and-coming opponent, he beat Joel Diaz Jr. You know what I mean? So that's, a recognizable name, a name that I know. Carlos Morales, Juan Antonio Rodriguez also. He got a fight with Juan Antonio Rodriguez. You know what I mean? Okay. A couple notable names so far. We got Robert Mazariz. I know I'm butchering his name. But this guy right here is pretty good as well from Phoenix. You know what I mean? I heard this guy before 38-3, 31 KOs, been stopped once. You know what I mean? So actually, y'all, this guy, I don't necessarily know who he is. He fought Jorge Linares as well. I knew I heard of his name, but I had never seen one of his fights before. He also been in the ring with Jorge Linares. You know what I mean? You know what, y'all? We going into it, right? No, we getting into exactly who Ryan Garcia is fighting and whatnot. And he actually is fighting the guy. With some notable fights on his resume. You know what I mean? But let's continue. Let's continue, right? Gilberto Garcia, Miguel Mendoza. He fought Carlos Molina. You know what I mean? Okay, another guy. He fought Carlos Molina as well. He said, who the hell do these guys in the UFC? One guy you definitely kind of heard of, the opponent. What's good? And he said, who the hell do these guys be? It's funny in UFC if you know one guy you definitely kind of heard of, the opponent. Now, I didn't heard. What's good, Jason? PJ sliding through this, young Jason. If y'all could, I got 18 people in the building. If y'all could smash that like button for your boy when you slide on me. I know sometimes we forget, we drop in, we drop out. But if y'all could, smash that like button for your boy. 21 people in the building now. We in here, breaking down Ryan Garcia's opponent. We find out exactly who he is. Now, this is a guy's name that I heard before. Never seen him fight. So, we going through the resume right now. And the guy that Ryan Garcia is fighting, he actually has a decent, some decent names on his resume. If I do say so myself. What's good, Charles? 21 people in the building now. If I could get everybody in the building, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel as well. Let me see how y'all got your boy with the likes so far. I got 19 people watching. I got 19 likes. If you're in this thing, you ain't smashed the like button for your boy, smash the like button for your boy this morning. Shout out to my guy, Charles Granger. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Charles. My guy, Jason, what's good with y'all good people? Grand risings to all the kings and queens this morning. But yeah, we looked. Ryan Garcia fight was announced, and we just looking, at his opponent. He's facing off against Mercito Gesta, and we just going through Mercito Gesta's, resume, and he got a couple heavy hitters on there, right? Joel Diaz Jr., Jorge Linares. He got Carlos Molina, and we're about to keep going on down the list, right? To see, exactly who he faced off against. But so far, Molina, Diaz, Linares. Not too many more, not too many more. Oscar Medza. I heard that name before, Oscar Medza. Not really sure if I've seen him fight before. But okay, so we could go with Jorge Linares, we could go with Carlos Molina, and we could go with Joel Diaz. So Ryan Garcia is facing off against Mercito Gesta, 33, 3 wins, 3 losses, 17 KOs, and he been stopped himself. From looking at his resume, right, I wouldn't necessarily call this guy. A slouch or a pushover. But the one thing that jumps out to me that I noticed, right, is this age 35 right here. That could be alarming with him being as old as he is. I think maybe if this guy was 25, right, guy was 29, even 31, it would be a much better fight, right? I got to do my video. I got to do some video, look at some video footage and see exactly how he fight. But I have heard of this guy before, the Jorge Linares fight. The Jorge Linares fight is the fight where I think that I caught on to him. But I know I have seen and heard this man's name before. Never seen one of his fights, and if I have, I can't recall right now. What's good, Shade Girl? Appreciate you sliding through. Most definitely a guy that Ryan Garcia should beat, right? Most definitely a guy that Ryan Garcia should beat. But what I'm saying is, right, if Ryan Garcia is about to fight Tank Davis, what's good? What's good, Shade Girl? Appreciate you sliding through this, done, Shade Girl. Glad you can make it. Drop the flames one time for the Queen. Miss Cassandra, what's good, Queen? Appreciate you sliding through. If y'all could do your boy a favor, jab that like button for your boy. We in this thing, doing us, some detective work, we breaking the news, and then, we chopping it up about it, finding out, identifying exactly who Ryan Garcia is fighting next. It's been a big question around the sport with Tank coming out fighting Hector. Well, who Ryan fighting? Who Ryan Garcia fight? We ain't had Ryan Garcia opponent announced yet. My guy Yoda Wise. I hopefully I see him later, but he be like, man, who the fuck is Ryan fighting? Who is Ryan Pooh fight? We know who Tank fight, who he fight. Mercito Gesta is the guy that Ryan Garcia is fighting now. The name doesn't really ring bells like that, right? But his resume is backed, by legit fighters. Now he's 35, but I do think this will be, just from looking at his resume, right? This would be a good test to get him ready for Tank Davis. This is a real fight, right? That would get him ready for Tank. No way in shape or form am I saying this guy is Tank. You know what I mean? But I'm looking at this right here, right? I'm looking at 5'7". Tank is 5'7", and I'm looking at Southpaw. Tank is also a Southpaw. You know what I mean? This is a tough guy, not a pushover, right? Maybe not the power of Tank, but the stature of him, a tough veteran, crafty guy, knows what he's doing. He's going to give Ryan a good fight. So I think this will be a nice, pretense before the Tank Davis fight for Ryan Garcia. True enough. He says, dude, Orthodox or he a Southpaw. I don't know when you said that, but he a Southpaw, though. He a Southpaw. Is he on Luke's Campbell level? Well, let's say this, right? He faced off against Jorge Linares. He lost a unanimous decision to Jorge Linares. He faced off against Carlos Molina. Is he on Luke Campbell level? I would guess. I would think he would be a looking at his record, who he faced off against, right? Maybe a step above Luke. A Luke Campbell level fighter. That's perfect, Cassandra. We can go with that. A Luke Campbell level fighter. Yo, I got 25 people in the building right now. If this your first time, don't make it the last time. If you could, hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel so you can catch all the news updates, all the boxing conversations, all the sports conversations, all that good shit. Ryan Garcia, San Antonio, Texas, January 7th versus Mercito, Gesta. And then after that, we'll move on to the Gervonta Davis and, Tank Davis fight. We hope, right? But the opponent has been set. The opponent has been set. You know what I mean? Let me take this down for 1 second. You know what I mean? So I can get right. But the opponent has been set. You know what I mean? For Ryan Garcia. Name-wise, not a what's good, Diaz? We just sliding through this John Diaz. Name-wise, right? Not a big name-wise, right? Not a big name, but I do think this is a formidable opponent, right? That he's facing off against. 33 fights, only 3 losses, couple title fights. You know what I mean? A couple former title opponents. You know what I mean? So I think, let me see it. Hey, it's going live first. So I think it's actually a nice little test for Ryan. You know what I mean? With the Tank fight coming up to get himself ready. 5'7", southpaw, same stature. Not Tank Davis, right? But also not, just a scrub level guy. Now, this could be a different version of Fortuna, right? Know how he waited till Fortuna got old to fight Fortuna? Because I'm not as hip on this guy, right? I know he's 35 years old, but I can't recall any of his recent fights. I'm going to have to go check him out, right, to see. And then if I'm going to check him out, come back, and I'm going to tell y'all, what I think. But just from look, matter of fact, let's check him out right now. I ain't finna go nowhere. Matter of fact, let's check him. I'm finna look at him shake out right here. We about to look at him shake out right now. Mercito, Gesta. I'm finna go to his highlights, right? I'm finna check out his highlights. I'm gonna check out his highlights, and then I'm gonna look at, a little fight for a second and see what's going on. But let's check him out. Filipino, he'll go fight Joel Diaz Jr. This was 7 months ago. Let's check out his last fights against Joel Diaz Jr. And now, if I had to saw this fight on paper, I would have said Joel Diaz was supposed to beat him. You know what I mean? But we about to check him out. Let me bring this up so I can see the chat. So Joel Diaz Jr. was his last fight, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yep, Joel Diaz Jr. was his last fight, right? All right, so he looked. He got that Filipino style. He like to jumping in a little bit, throw solid punches. I most definitely could see, with his fight style, right, it might be bad for Ryan. His fight style may be bad for Ryan because Ryan quick with them punches. He knocked Joel Diaz down. Ryan quick with them punches. Ryan could catch him coming in. I could see Ryan knocking this dude out. You know what I mean? His style isn't like Tank Davis' style at all. You know what I mean? He more so a herky-jerky kind of guy. Tank is more patient. This guy jumps in. Tank doesn't jump in at all. You know what I mean? He is a solid puncher, though. He throws hard punches. I think it's going to be a scrap, right? But with his style, right, with how he like to jump in, just looking at it, I think that's going to be bad for him versus Ryan Garcia. Nah, man, but he not a push. I'm watching this fight against Diaz. Right, the rounds going on. He started out, kind of hot. Now Ryan gonna beat this guy. I seen enough. Yeah, Ryan gonna beat him. Not a scrub though, but Ryan gonna beat him. Ryan gonna beat this guy. So to answer your question, Cassandra, is he about He about right at a Luke Campbell level fighter. You know what I mean? About right at a Luke Campbell fighter. But he is southpaw, so that's good. You know, getting Ryan ready for a southpaw. Don't believe Ryan is in any intimate danger. You know what I mean? Facing this guy. Right. I'm looking at the highlights. Round 1 through 3, he was throwing hard, but now that they showing highlights 4 on the back end, you know, he getting beat up a little bit. You know what I mean? But he won that fight pretty comfortably. But this is a fight that Ryan Garcia should win. Looking at his resume, looking at him shake out a little bit, looking at his fight style. This is a fight that Ryan should win. Just like, you know, Tank is in the fight that Tank should win. You know what I mean? But I think both guys, right, are in fights that's going to help them prepare for one another. Now, I don't think there's no way in hell that Ryan Garcia could beat Tank Davis. Or you know what I mean? Truthfully, outside of Ryan, you know, catching Tank and putting him to bed, right? Don't really see a way for him to be able to win this fight. But I will say this opponent ain't just going to be a pushover for him. Now, he might end up knocking this guy out. You know what I mean? Me looking at how the styles match up, right? But he should give Ryan a push. You know what I mean? He should give Ryan a push type deal. A much better push than Fortuna gave him. And even in that Fortuna fight, I say Fortuna was giving Ryan a bit of problems until, you know, he gassed out in the later fight. But this guy 35 years old as well, right? So Mercito, Gesta, January 7th, Ryan Garcia. Hold on, wait, let me check. Let me see real quick. Because it was something else I wanted to hit at y'all about real quick, but let me make sure sis is or ain't doing something. Make sure she is or ain't doing something, because I know Ash said that she probably was going on. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, between time, I got something else I want to hit y'all about. You know what I mean? It's pertaining to this, right? Not to Ryan Garcia, but, you know, Tank Davis. You know, they got a fight coming up on down the line. D Free sending me reels like a motherfucker. They got a fight coming up, you know, on down the line, Tank and Ryan Garcia. Anybody in here, while I got y'all, anybody in here heard the newest news from Tank Davis and TMT and all that? Anybody in here heard about, you know, the news coming from that? You know what I mean? Y'all heard the new news, you know, from the press conference, the news that Tank Davis, you know, dropped at the press conference, you know, about him and TMT. Y'all I got 21 people in the building. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that thumbs up. I got 26 likes. I need 4 of y'all that's in the building right now that ain't smashed that like button to smash that like button. But if y'all haven't, right, I'm gonna you know, read this article to y'all, right? Cassandra, so you haven't heard of Cassandra. Okay. So since you haven't heard of Cassandra, right, I wanna do it like I wanna do this. All right. So you haven't heard the latest. Okay, bet. Shout out my girl, Cassandra. Shout out my girl, Cassandra. Let me see. Yep, Jason. Yep, that's what Tank Davis, you know, verified that he was done with him. But I remember, you know, people have been saying, you know, Tank should lead TMT, Tank should lead TMT. But I did a Southern T EP on it a while back, right? And Tank had told us once before, right? Tank had told us once before that he left Floyd Mayweather in the money team, right? He told us once before. Because I did a Southern T EP. Yeah, Cassandra, he done. Shout out to my guy, new boy, Fat Fitness. I mean, new Fat Boy Fitness. Appreciate you sliding through this, John King. Glad you can make it. If y'all in the building right now, y'all ain't smashed the like button, smash that like button for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, we in this thing having the boxing conversation. Appreciate you sliding through. We about to rock. But what's good, new fat boy? What's good, Rick? Appreciate you sliding through this, young Rick Blackwell. But yeah, Cassandra, he's no longer with TMT and the money team. But Southern T, I told y'all this a while back, right? Now, Tank had said this publicly before, right? And then I came back later on when it came, oh, well, Tank with Floyd, he don't want the fights. When Devin said that if Tank Davis, he might as well stay with Floyd, you know what I mean? Because he don't want the, the big fights anyway. A little after that, Tank Davis had said, this is my last fight with TMT. Now, a lot of people thought that Tank Davis signed back. Even I thought, that he signed back for a minute because right after the fight with Rolly, he said that, I'm with the best team in the game. But shortly after that, Tank came back with another famous tweet and delete, right? And he said that I'm not with Floyd Mayweather no more, dummy. And then he ended up deleting the tweet, right? You know what I mean? So he had been telling us that he's not with them for a minute. I came out and I was saying that, hey, man, Tank really is not with them because I had asked somebody, who worked for the PBC, right, or worked close with the PBC, right, who has a everyday business relationship with the PBC, right. I hit it, my guy, and he was like, "Nah, Tank's still with the PBC and Showtime for sure." And I did a video on this, but he's not with the money team anymore. The money team is not promoting him anymore, but he's still with Al on that side. You know what I mean? So a lot of people thought that he was still with TMT because he was still, over there with Showtime PBC. But he's still working with Al because why would he not do business with Al? That's who he's been doing business with, right? His promotional outlet is just not TMT anymore. But Tank Davis came out. He said, yeah, he was saying he wasn't, but we really didn't believe. Yeah, facts. Right. But yesterday he came out, he said it again. And, we believe him now. You know what I mean? But he had said this before. But I'm about to read to y'all, the article. Ahead of a potential battle with Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis wants to gauge whether having the backing of Floyd Mayweather makes a massive difference in his numbers. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. I got 29 people in the building. If I could get everybody in the building to smash that like button, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, if you could do your boy a favor, hit that subscription button as well. Smash that bell icon. Oh, yeah. Let me just show y'all who Ryan Garcia fighting real quick. If y'all just getting in, if y'all getting in for news, I know I got new people in here, my bad. If y'all just getting in here for the news, Ryan Garcia is facing off against, where he at? Mercito Gesta. Mercito Gesta is 33-3. with 3 losses, 17 KOs. What's good, Judah? I'm talking about, Tank Davis in reference, to me, dropping the Ryan Garcia opponent. The date is January 7th, San Antonio, Texas. Mercito Gesta is the opponent. You know what I mean? If you just getting in. Mercito Gesta has faced off against Carlos Molina. He's faced off against Joel Diaz Jr. in his last fight. And he's also faced off against Jorge Linares. So this isn't just, like a Rudy Poo walk in the park fight for Ryan Garcia, but this is a fight that Ryan Garcia should win. You know what I mean? This is a southpaw, 5'7", the same dimensions as Tank. No, he's not Tank, but he is a southpaw, same height as him. So this gonna give Ryan Garcia a look, right, for at least the dimension of Tank Davis. You know what I mean? You can't match Tank Davis' power, but this dude is a gritty fighter. He does, have solid impact on his punches. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a test for him, gritty veteran for Ryan. But I think he should pull it out. You know what I mean? But this guy name don't ring a bell. But this ain't just a cakewalk opponent. You know what I mean? Upon further research. But I digress. What's good, Judah Ben? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Judah. Glad you can make it, pimp. TWT in the building. But yeah, y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button. But let me finish reading this article from Tank Davis, letting y'all know again, right, that he officially left TMT. And notice you didn't see no TMT banners or nothing like that. And I had said before on the video, when you see Tank next fight, you ain't gonna see no TMT banners or nothing like that. But I digress. Ahead of a potential fight with Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis wants to gauge whether having the back and the floor of Mayweather makes a massive difference in numbers. If it doesn't, and Davis can get the same kind of sales from GTD brand, the multi-weight champion will remain open to offers on a one-fight basis. Davis will look around for new representation if the Hector Garcia event sees a considerable drop from his time at Mayweather Promotions. However, Davis is in a great situation with all concerned, even if the door is not open for a Mayweather return. This is Tank Davis. These words right here that I'm about to say now are coming out of Tank Davis's mouth. What's good, Brody? Hey, Judah. Didn't I tell him, Judah? Shout out to my guy, Judah Ben. Appreciate you, King. Nazay said, who the fuck is that? That's Mercito Gesta. You know what I mean? This is Ryan Garcia's next opponent. He's 33, 3 with 3 draws, 17 KOs, been knocked out once himself. His resume, Joel Diaz Jr., Carlos Molina, and Jorge Linares. He beat Joel Diaz Jr. in his last fight. You know what I mean? He got Ryan Garcia in his next fight. I think he a southpaw, 5'7". I think it's gonna be a little test for Ryan Garcia, but Ryan Garcia should win. You know what I mean? This is a level up from Fortuna at that age, right? The Fortuna that Ryan Garcia just beat. This is a step up from Fortuna. This is, you know, around a Luke Campbell level opponent, right? You know what I mean? My guy PJ said another bomb for Rihanna, but he gets a Tank fight. Shaking my head. You know what I mean? I wouldn't necessarily call this guy a bomb, right? Because he been in there with Linares, been in there with Carlos Molina, right? He just beat Joel Diaz in the fight that he was supposed to lose. So I wouldn't necessarily call him a bum, but is this a fight that Ryan Garcia is supposed to win? Hell yeah, PJ. Yep. Hell yeah. This is a fight that Ryan's supposed to win. Tay said, T, you coming to DC next month? Nah, T. I mean, nah, Tay. Nah. I'm not. But I digress. Let me this what I'm about to spit to y'all next. You know what I mean, Teddy? Don't do me like that, Teddy. You messing me up, Teddy. Let me spit y'all to this what Tank Davis had to say out his mouth. He said, first and foremost, I have to give love to Mayweather Promotion and all that they have done for me. But I'm definitely out of my contract for sure, Davis said on a social media exchange. It's just a test run right now with this. You know what I mean? I'm on my own. But much love to Mayweather Promotion, Leonard, Floyd, all the guys. I definitely appreciate them. I'm just doing my own thing now. That said, in the future, we can't work together. With that said, not saying in the future that we can't work together or anything like that. I'm just trying to put my own pants on, he added. When explaining the split, Davis put the problem down to Mayweather looking after his own interests with his exhibition career. So what Tank Davis said is that, for sure, Teddy. But now I'm gonna be in Memphis. I'm gonna be chilling, Teddy. Y'all go see me. Teddy. I ain't gonna have my camera, but y'all go see me here. I'm gonna be doing the show. I'm gonna be doing the show like I always do. You know what I mean? What's good, BL? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Glad you can make it, Pimp. Glad you can make it. Let me drop the flames for my guy BL one time. What's good, family? Appreciate you sliding through. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, people. We ain't here, you know, deciphering Ryan Garcia opponent. And, you know, that segued us right into, you know, the Tank Davis, you know, talking about the split news. I'm really in this motherfucker BF trying to tell people that I told motherfuckers this shit a long time ago. Yes, you did. Yes, you did too, BF. You know what I mean? Yes, you did too. He said nigga was hating on me. I'm shitting on Tank when I've been saying Floyd holding this man back. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, you talking about Floyd holding them back. Yep. But yeah, I was finna get into that. I'm gonna do a separate video on there a little later, right? But you know, I want to get into that for a second, right? But the reason that Tank Davis stated, you know, was because Floyd was, you know, pretty much worried about his own career. and not Tank Davis. I literally had a debate, right? I had a debate on Brother Knockout Show, and I said the same thing. You know what I mean? Floyd was worried about himself and not Tank Davis. Tank Davis made himself a star. So look, so actually when Tank Davis do this pay-per-view, and if he do the same or if he do better, then me winning my debate was most definitely goddamn, it'll be solidified because, Floyd never really made a star outside of Tank. So if Tank can do what he do on his own, Tank made himself, goddamn it. You know what I mean? But I continue, right? He said Floyd is just out doing him. He always been like that. Do you know what I mean? I have to focus on what I can focus on, said Tank Davis. He already did what he had to do. I'm not going to lie. If I did what he did in the sport, I'd be the same way. I don't fault him for staying to himself. You know what I mean? So Tank Davis said the reason that he left TMT was because facts, to be a validation. Facts. Tank Davis said that the reason that he left TMT, and I'm going to do a singular video on this, at some point throughout the day, right? But Tank said the reason he left TMT, because Floyd was focused on his own exhibitions. So you can't tell me when Floyd Mayweather had his press conference on the same day, when Floyd Mayweather had an exhibition fight the week before Tank Davis fight, y'all can't tell me that didn't matter to Tank Davis, because Tank Davis just said, like I've been said a while ago, that shit mattered to him. That shit affected him. That was the biggest part in the whole situation. And Tank Davis just told us that. Floyd was putting on exhibitions when Floyd was supposed to have been worried about his fighters, putting on his fighters' fights. And guess what? Remember what else I told y'all? Now, I ain't saying Floyd broke or Floyd need no money or no shit like that. I'm not saying that shit at all. But somebody asked me a question. Why Floyd out here doing these exhibitions? And I'm not saying Floyd need the money, right? But I said, shit, Floyd Mayweather just lost Tank Davis. He got to cover that ground somewhere. You know what I mean? That was his best, most successful fighter. He got to get that money from somewhere. Floyd stepping in the ring again because he just lost his cash cow. Think about this. Where TMT was at right now, and I'm really talking about the shit I'm going to talk about in my other video, but fuck it. You know what I mean? We in here. Where TMT at right now, the biggest star they got is Tank Davis. Almost at this point, the only star they got is Gervonta Tank Davis. You get what I'm saying? So he just lost, essentially, TMT. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather just officially lost TMT. Now, I knew that Tank Davis left Floyd a while back, right? Did an EP on it. But think about this, from Floyd's situation, he's the biggest guy on TMT. Now Tank Davis gone. Who Floyd Mayweather go promote next? Who Floyd Mayweather promote next? He don't have one. You're not gonna promote Rolly Romero because he lost to Tank Davis. You know what I mean, right? Tank Davis said he feel like they put him in there, Rolly Romero, you know what I mean, to get him beat. You know what I mean? TMT pretty much is, I ain't gonna say they obsolete, right? But they just lost their biggest fighter. That's like Golden Boy losing, Ryan Garcia and Virgil Ortiz. You know what I mean? That's like them losing Virgil and Ryan. We be getting on Oscar De La Hoya, right? But he done made two more relevant fighters than Floyd, right? Right now, to this day, right? In the current time, he got at least two relevant fighters, right? Ryan and Virgil. Floyd only had one, which was Tank Davis. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna pile up on Floyd, you know what I mean, or nothing like that. But my thing is, man, Floyd basically just lost his whole company, you know what I mean, being selfish. And that came straight from the horse's mouth. That came straight from Tank Davis's mouth. And I'm going to do an EP on it a little later. You know what I mean? And he lost Richardson. Shout out my guy. Who that is? Boat 39. Hey, shout out my guy, Boat 39. Boat 39, I don't know if this your first time, bro, but if you could not make it your last time, could you hit that subscription button and subscribe to the channel? Could you hit that subscription button and that like button, subscribe to the channel, my G, so you can catch all the sports conversations. You know what I mean? Greatly appreciate you sliding through. If you're in the building right now, you ain't smashed the like button. If y'all could do your boy solid, smash that like button. you know what I mean, for your boy. We ain't here talking about, Ryan Garcia's next opponent, January 7th, San Antonio, Texas. Ryan Garcia versus Mercito Gesta. Mercito Gesta, 33, 3 losses, 17 KOs, been stopped once himself. Resume, Jorge Linares. He just beat Joel Diaz in his last fight, and he also beat Carlos Molina. So resume, Carlos Molina, Joel Diaz, Jorge Linares, lost to Jorge Linares, beat Molina, beat Diaz. And he's fighting Ryan Garcia. In his next fight. A fight I think Ryan Garcia should most definitely win, right? But not necessarily a guy that he just go walk straight through. I do think Ryan could knock this guy out, given the style of fight that he fights. He got that classic, Filipino style. They throw hard punches, but they like to jump in and out. They like to jump in and out. You know what I mean? So I think Ryan could catch him, in the mix up in there. But I think it's going to be a nice fight for Ryan. You know what I mean? But I greatly appreciate everybody sliding through. I got 40 people in the building right now. Edgar Chavez. What's good, Edgar Chavez? Appreciate you sliding through. Shout out everybody in the chat. I can see y'all on the live chat on the TV screen. I can't see y'all in the chat because I'm looking at, this Mercito dude and talking to y'all and shit like that. But if I missed y'all in the chat, man, my bad, y'all. I can't see y'all because I got, the guy up so y'all can see exactly who Ryan Garcia, got to fight again, so y'all can see, Mercito Gesta. And I looked at a little film, right? I looked at some highlights, right, real quick, sitting right here, right? Heard of the name before, never seen him fight. Went through the resume, 35 years old, just beat a young guy in his last fight. Jay Gibson, my blood cuz, what's good? Big blood, but my nigga Crip. Appreciate you sliding through this, John. Where the nigga? There you go. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, man. Big blood, but my nigga Crip. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Pigment. We're in this thing, talking about Ryan Garcia and his next opponent. We ain't gonna know his name, right? When we first see, his BF, get this nigga a name, BF. His name Mercito Gesta. I know BF got a name for him. Hopefully BF get to talking about him sooner. I know BF gonna give him a name, right? We don't know this dude's name at all, right? We don't know his name at all. I didn't even know his name when I seen it, right? It halfway sounded familiar. You know what I mean? That's because he been around so long, so I had to have seen that nigga fight before, right? But he fought Jorge Linares. He lost a decision to Jorge Linares. He fought Jorge Linares in 2018. You know what I mean? He just beat Joel Diaz, right? In his last fight. Joel Diaz, up-and-coming prospect. He said, I got him. Bet. He an up-and-coming prospect, right? And he fought Carlos Molina, right? So, notable names, Carlos Molina. Y'all remember Carlos Molina? Y'all remember Carlos Molina? And he fought and he beat Carlos Molina. So he beat Joel Diaz, he beat Carlos Molina, and he lost to Jorge Linares, right? So not a world beater, right? But right, let's he a southpaw, he 5'7", kind of same size as Tank. Don't hit like Tank at all, right? 33 fights, 17 knockouts, but southpaw 5'7", dimensions, the same. He got a 68-inch reach. Tank got a 69-inch reach, So maybe he was just trying to find a guy, about Tank size, right? So we'll see how that go. But I think Ryan Garcia gonna knock this dude out. Not because he a bad fighter, just because of the way that he fight, herky-jerky, jump in and out. Think Ryan gonna catch him on the end of some shit, pop his top, send him to James Street. You know what I mean? Type deal. It'll be funny as fuck though, right? It'll be funny as fuck, right? If goddamn Ryan Garcia get his ass knocked out and fuck up the Tank Davis fight. That'll be funny as fuck. Because just let y'all know, I believe the PBC, I believe Tank Davis, I believe Al Heyman. I don't believe Ryan Garcia at all. I don't believe Ryan Garcia go fight Tank Davis until Ryan Garcia actually gets inside of that ring with Tank Davis. I still feel like this dude go get sick. I feel like this dude go hurt his pinky. I feel like this dude go hurt his pussy. I feel like he go mess up his eyebrow. I feel like his dog go get sick. I feel like he go pull his hamstring, waking up, making a jelly toast or something like that. I feel like some kind of excuse somewhere is coming So Ryan Garcia is going to find a way not to step in this ring. You know what I mean? I feel like some kind of way, Ryan Garcia is going to find a way not to step in this ring. You know what I mean? At some point, it's going to be Ryan Garcia has to pull out of the fight with Tank Davis due to sore vagina. I'm telling you, it's gonna pop. I guarantee. I bet $100 right now, and this gonna be exactly the headline. I bet $100 right now. Exact headline gonna be Ryan Garcia pulls out of the fight because he hurt his vagina. I guarantee you that. Bet it. I bet $100. That be the headline. What y'all want to bet? Guarantee you something gonna happen. It's gonna be some shit out of left field, right? And it's gonna blow up the whole city. What's good, Andrew Gray? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. The dog, Josh, the dog, bro. The dog go get sick. I'm telling you, the dog go get cerebral palsy or some shit. You know what I mean? And he gonna have to stay home and take care of his dog. You know what I mean? His goddamn head gonna be hurting from banging the headboard all day. Him and AJ gonna be wrestling this shit, and his head gonna be hurting from banging the headboard, and he gonna have to pull out of the fight. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I don't believe this boy. I don't even like Tank, and I believe Tank. You know what I mean? I do not believe this boy Ryan Garcia, dog. Don't believe him. Thrill Hill, what's good? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Thrill, glad you can make it. He said he gonna pull out because he was on his period. Yeah, fasty, man. I'm telling you, he gonna pull out because of a sore vagina. The headline gonna be he pulls out. Ryan Garcia pulls out the fight because of sore vagina. Said Regis beat Joe Diaz a while ago. At the time, it was meeting of two undefeated prospects. Ain't been the same since Regis clocked them. Shout out my guy Thrill Hill. You may be absolutely correct, Thrill. Yep. You may be absolutely correct. But you know, that's a nice win though, right? He ain't been the same. Regis changed his life, right? But still, you know, a pretty good win. Especially, you know, with Gesta being 35, him being the much younger guy. You know what I mean? Where you at? What's good, Big Dog? We just signed through this jump, Big Dog Willie. Glad you can make it, Big Dog. Where the nigga at? What's up, DP? Did I drop the flames to DP? What's good, DP? TWT in the building. I don't know if I dropped the flames for you, Judy Ben, but what's good, TWT in the building? Big Dog Willie, what's good? TWT is in the building. Love seeing them TWTs when they fall through. I 100% agree with you, bro. That's exactly what I would say. He got that, you know, that classic Philippine style, that in and out, herky-jerky. They put some pop at the end of their shots, right? They can't always knock you out, but they most definitely have the ability to knock you out, and they gonna make you feel them. But he got that classic, you know what I mean, Filipino style. And I think, you know, that could set Ryan up to catch him, you know, coming in. I think this is a winnable fight for Ryan. Somebody just came in the bid and I saw somebody. Main Boxing Biker, what's good, Main Boxing Biker? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Y'all don't know if this y'all first time, but if y'all could not make it your last time, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate you sliding through. Win this thing, having us a boxing conversation. Ryan Garcia's next opponent, Mercito Gesta. You know what I mean? Y'all favorite fighter finally announced who he fight next. My question is to y'all, do y'all know this guy? Who mans is this, right? And if you don't know this guy, I'm about to tell you. He's 33. Ashley, just the girl I'm looking for. Shout out Queen Ashley. Appreciate you sliding through. Just the girl I'm looking for. Ashley, I hit you up on Instagram, Ashley. You go quit ignoring me, Ashley. Ashley, you go quit denying my love, Ashley. I hit you up on Instagram. You go quit ignoring me. What's good, Ashley? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Glad you can make it, Queen. TWT in the building. I was trying to see was you going live, because if you was going live, then I was going skedaddle. I was trying to see what you was going to do because I was interested to see what the hell you was talking about. You said you wanted to do a video on it. I wanted to come to your joint, you know what I'm saying? See what the hell that you was talking about. You know what I mean? Because I never, you know, get a chance to necessarily catch you. So I was trying to see what you was going to do because I was going to end my shit. Tomorrow, gotcha. Shout out my girl ass. Appreciate you sliding through this jump here. I mean, Appreciate you signing through this, young queen. Glad you can make it. Bet. But he's a member of Sarumba Side Surprise Chocolatito. Yep, he did. Sarumba Side did surprise Chocolatito. You know what I mean? And that's what kind of fight, this is. The guy, I'm telling you, I don't think this necessarily a cakewalk for Ryan, right? I do think this is a fight that Ryan will win. He's supposed to win. But Ryan's going to have to actually go win it. This guy ain't going to lay down for him, right? He a southpaw, Tank is southpaw, 5'7", 6 to 8 inch arm reach, 2 inches taller than Tank. His arm reach is 1 inch shorter, around the same measurables as Tank. So I can kind of understand where he was going and what he was doing. You know what I mean? And this is a formidable opponent, right? I'm gonna give Tank some credit. Now I'm gonna give Ryan some credit. They both took good fights leading into the biggest fight of their career, right? For example, Bud Crawford is fighting David Avanesian, right? Supposedly leading into the biggest fight of his career. If you let him tell it, right? He want to fight Earl next. He fighting Avanesian as a tune-up. Well, Tank Davis is using Hector Garcia as a tune-up for Ryan, and Ryan is using this guy 33-0 who fought Linares, Diaz, and Molina, right, as a tune-up for him. You know what I mean? So both guys are taking real fights before the biggest fights of their career. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna give both of them some credit for that, and for not just taking the easy walkover. He said, "Yo, Ryan, look like he'll be on the Real Man of Genesis commercials from Bud Light." Yeah, facts. Ryan Garcia most definitely looked like one of them dudes with that hairstyle, right? You know what I mean? But yeah, facts. I was looking for you, Clown. But bet. You know what I mean? But yeah, I ain't gonna believe Ryan, and I ain't gonna believe that Ryan gonna actually fight Tank Davis, right? I ain't gonna believe that Ryan gonna actually fight Tank Davis up until he do his ring walk and he get in the ring, right? And they start throwing punches. Because even I don't trust Ryan. I believe Ryan will still get in the ring and walk out that motherfucker. So I need him to get in that bitch and them start throwing punches, and then I'm gonna believe that them motherfuckers fight. You know what I mean? Because I don't trust Ryan as far as I could throw him. You know what I mean? And I ain't trying to throw Ryan no motherfucking where. You get what I'm saying? So I can't throw him nowhere. So I don't trust him at all. That's what I'm saying. So he gonna have to step in that ring before I believe that again. I trust the PBC. I trust Al. I trust Tank. Don't trust Ryan Garcia. Not even a little bit. This seen it happen too many times. He said Ryan is juicing like a mofo. Discount. You said Ryan juice. Let me see if I can find something real quick. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all do your boy. Where is it? Y'all remember this? Let me show y'all. Y'all remember this joint I did? Let me see. Can y'all see this? Let me show y'all something real quick. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this joint I did? I'm putting back. Y'all remember this joint I did? My only conspiracy factor. I was gonna have a series where I drop out my conspiracy theories and shit, right? But y'all call me conspiracy guy anyway. But y'all remember I did this EP? Number 47. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that right there? Number 47. All right, so let's check out what day this was. And this was when he was pulling out a fight with Fortuna. So let's check out what day this was. So this was 1 year ago. June the 7th. This was June the 7th, right? I was saying Ryan was on steroids June the 7th, but let me check this out. Oh, I could bring that back? Wait, let me see. I could bring that back? Well, let me see if I could bring that shit back. Because if they don't... okay. Okay. That ain't the tea time joint. But yeah. So that shit was June the 7th. You know what I mean? So I suspected this little motherfucker being on steroids a year ago. Yeah. I don't think he been juicing for this camp, main boxing biker. I think he been juicing for a while now, and the effects is spiraling him out of control. I think that he was juicing, messing with Eddie Reynoso them, right? And I think the juice had an effect on him. And I also think that it was on his conscience, right? I think he had a guilty conscience about it, right? So I don't necessarily know if he juicing now, right? He may be clean now, which is why he fighting again. But it's a reason, right? He was pulling out of all those fights and taking those breaks, which is what I explained and broke down in my conspiracy theory. Matter of fact, you know what? Fuck that shit. Hey, now y'all finna hear this shit. Because we own it, all this shit relative. This shit relative.
Y'all really gonna find out some more shit about this shit though. This just me, the beats. This don't even got shit to do. It got nothing to do with him. He need a break from mental. I got the statement that I saw something that was interesting to me. Ryan Garcia had posted a picture, but before we get to that, as you see in the back, I got the statement that Ryan Garcia had made about a month or two ago. When he took his break. He stated that he needed a break for mental health, right? I'm pretty sure everybody remember that.
April 24th.
Boxing fan, you remember that. You know what's going on with Ryan Garcia. And this don't even got nothing to do with him, saying that this don't even got nothing to do with him pulling out of fight.
Now, Fortuna count.
Mental health, and then, taking a vacation.
This when he was in count with Fortuna, then he pulled out, and that was him at that time.
I just thought this ain't a true story at all. This is just me, in my bag. Folks already think, I'm a conspiracy theorist anyway. When it comes to that Deontay Wilder shit, even though that, that shit be true that I be talking about. Like everything that I said about that Wilder shit has turned out to be true so far. And y'all really
y'all can hear my kids watching TV in the back.
In a month or two about this shit though. But I'm getting off subject though. But sometimes I go on my conspiracy theory shit. This one of these times. I ain't saying that this shit true or not. This is just me and personally what I think. I've been kind of taking the light on Ryan Garcia because he said he got, mental issues and all that shit. So I kind of, didn't speak too much on it. I kind of kept, my nose out of it. I even said, cool, Ryan, if you got mental issues, you should go on vacation with your girlfriend on the beach, goddamn it, because, that'll make me feel better. You know what I'm saying?
What's good, Tim?
So I ain't even knocking him for that. But Ryan posted a picture today on his Instagram, right? And that's the picture that you see on the left. And then he posted a picture like a week or two ago, which is the picture that you see on the right. And in that picture on the right, the caption was, this was during fight camp. The caption was during fight camp. That is what Ryan Garcia looked like during his Fortuna fight camp. You know what I'm saying? And the picture on the left is what Ryan Garcia looks like now. I ain't saying that Ryan Garcia, was on steroids or that he took PEDs or something like that. But I just, I thought, just like everybody else thought, it was just kind of funny, for him, to pull out of that fight.
So long story short, man, I've been thinking Ryan been cycling on and off in between fights for a minute. I think he been trying to get the cycle right. He ain't been wanting to get caught and pop dirty for PEDs, which is why he took as long as he took to come back. You know what I mean? That's why I think he took the break and the mental issue happened. You know what I mean? Because he had to get that shit out of his system completely. He ain't want to take the chance, you know what I mean, of failing the drug test. He ain't want that on his name. I think that shit came from him working over there with the Eddie Reynosos. I think he went over there to get on the fucking juice. You know what I mean? And then I think he started to feel a certain way about it, right? It started to mess with him physically. And I think it started to mess. What's good, D-Free? I ain't know D-Free was in here. I'm looking at the chat. And this chat delayed too. And he was in here a while ago. You know what I mean? But, I think he was starting to affect him physically, right? And I think he was starting to affect him mentally as well. He started to work on his conscience a little bit. So I think that's why he was pulling in and out of fights. You know what I mean? So he had to wait until, that shit was all the way out of his system. Then he fought Fortuna, and now he back ready and he ready to fight Tank. He running ready to fight Tank, right? Because he know it's out of his system. He got to go and get this fight down while he still got that shit, in his blood. So it make more sense to go ahead and fight Tank now. You get what I'm saying? But, I said this shit about a year ago, right? Tank Davis said that shit not too long ago, right? A lot of people feel like that. That's just where I'm coming from with it. You know what I mean? But what's good, Rick? We like sliding through this thing. TWT in the building. My Uncle Ricky. Facts, man. Yep, facts. Was a hormonal imbalance. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. I always thought it was the juice. Rick, that shit said June 7th, 2021. I been thought that nigga was juicy. You know what I mean? That was more than a year ago at this point. You know what I mean? TB, I be up on it now. It's up to y'all, to catch it or pay attention. And I know back then y'all wasn't up on it because that video had 94 views. That video had 94 views. So I know y'all wasn't up on, T then. You know what I mean? But I've been, on top of it. I've been on top of it. It's just now everything just coming to the forefront. But man, look, that man been pulling out of fights for a minute. And I think, like I've been saying, that's why he been pulling out of fights. Because he had to get that shit right. You know what I mean? But right now, he know he clean. He just had one fight, right? So now he finna go make that shit happen while he still got the lingerings. You know what I mean? He said soon he was with the clan clout. Yeah, facts. And I think that's when he started. And I think that's why he kept pulling out. I kind of feel like, right? This is just me, right? And I said this in one of my EPs back then. I kind of feel like, Ryan Garcia was saying that he was only worried about Canelo. He worried about getting Canelo right and everything. I feel like Ruiz, Valdez, Canelo, Ryan Garcia, I felt like at one point they all was juicing. You know what I mean? They all was juicing. And they had their fights first. Valdez went first, then Andrew Ruiz went, then Canelo went. But Ryan would have went first. I felt like Ryan didn't want to be, goddamn it, the first one to test out the new batch. You know what I mean? Last year, right? When Canelo was fighting Caleb and all them shit. I think he didn't want to be the first one to test out the new batch, right? So he pulled out a fight so he wouldn't fail. Then Valdez was up next. Not too long, a couple months later, boom, then Valdez popped. And then Valdez popped, he ended up failing, right? And then Canelo was like, okay, man, I need a little more time, right? And then Andrew Ruiz came a little time after Valdez. And then Andrew Ruiz passed. And then Canelo fought, and it's been off. You know what I mean? So now they call me the conspiracy guy, right? I'm the conspiracy guy, but if you ask me, right, that's what I feel like happened. Now, all this just allegedly, all that shit, my thoughts, but him pulling out of fights didn't make sense to me. Valdez failed. You know what I mean? Canelo always was pushing fights back as well. He pushed Caleb Plant fight back like 3 or 4 times. You know what I mean? So you could, it is what it is, man. I think what I think, you think what you think. Sometimes what I say don't make sense to you. Sometimes what you say don't make sense to me. It is what it is. But this is my platform, this is my show, so I come here to say what the fuck I want to say. And you can say what the fuck you want to say on your shit. That's why we got this great thing called YouTube. YouTube. My tube, YouTube. You know what I mean? But that's what I think. I think the little motherfucker been on the juice. You know what I mean? Bo 39 said Canelo got him on that meat, Eddie Reynoso. Yeah, facts. He said Ryan had that back acne like the rest of them cats. You know what I mean? But I just want y'all. I'm gonna show it again, right? I ain't gonna show the video again, right? But I'm just show y'all the video in the day. Like I'm a conspiracy guy, right? But I've been saying this. For right. Oh shit! I didn't even want to go to that. Right? Ryan Garcia, mental issues or Ryan Garcia, mental issue or PED user. Southern T EP 47. This back when I was numbering my EPs. You know what I mean? I need to go back, count my EPs, and then number them. Now, I need to start back. Now, Bobby, I got too much shit in there now. I can't be putting all that shit in there. But, And this was January 7th, 2021. You get what I mean? But you know, it is what it is. He said they was in Mexico in line shooting each other. Facts. That's why Canelo was so comfortable slapping Randy Reeves on the ass, grabbing his cheeks. Y'all remember Andy Reeves got that butt tattoo? Y'all remember Andy Reeves got that butt tattoo? He posted on the internet, right? And then he didn't go to the gym the next day, but he went to the gym like a couple days after that. What's good, Vince? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Vince Valborn. I almost dropped the flames for you, Vince Valborn, because you just feel like a TWT member. I almost dropped the flames for you. Matter of fact, I'm dropping the flames for you anyway, Vince, just because I like seeing you up in my chat. Shout out to my guy, Vince Valborn. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Vince. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, pimp. Y'all know I'm a little slow. I be forgetting what the fuck I be saying, but I was about to say something good, but my nigga Vince came
I'm a little slow.
And I had to shout him out. What was I saying?
But I please and then number them. You know, it is what it is. He said they was in Mexico in line.
Yeah. Y'all remember Andy Reeves had got that ass tattoo, right? Y'all remember Andy Reeves got that ass tattoo, right? He posted on the gram. He didn't show up to the gym the next day. He came like a couple days later, right? And then as soon as he got to the gym, Canelo and Ryan and Eddie Reynoso and all them, they was already in the circle talking about it, right? Because they knew he was on the way to the gym. Andy came in the gym, right? And what's the first thing Canelo said? Canelo said, he's here. He said, come here, let me see. Let me see. Come here, let me see. Why is Canelo so comfortable asking Andy Ruiz? Andy Ruiz had just got in the gym. The man still had his bags in his hands. Walking in the gym, Canelo said, hey, come over here. Let me see your ass. He didn't say ass. He said, come over here, let me see. But he asked a grown man that just hit the door. They was in there having a conversation about Andy Ruiz's butt. As soon as Andy Ruiz came in the door, Canelo said, hey, come over here, let me see. Why is Canelo so comfortable asking Andy Ruiz to show him his butt tattoo? And why is Andy Ruiz so comfortable doing it? And did y'all see Canelo reach up? He grabbed his cheek, bro, and wiggled it. He grabbed Andy Ruiz's cheek and wiggled it, bro. Now, y'all can tell me I'm lying. I'm not fucking lying. I promise you. Go back and watch it. I know y'all remember the video, bro. The man reached back. He said, come here, let me see. Let me see. Andy came right over there. He pulled it down. Canelo said, and he wiggled that man's cheek, bro. I'm not lying. Bro, I'm not lying. And if y'all don't believe me, let me rinse up my guy, Vince. Let me rinse up my guy, Vince Valborn. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Vince. Let me rinse up my guy, Vince. There you go, Kane. There you go. I got you. Right. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all jab that thumbs up. Y'all jab that like button for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time. You know what I mean? If this your first time, if you could not make it your last time, hit that subscription button. You know what I mean? We're here having us, a little boxing conversation. I'm done talking about Andy Ruiz's cheeks and shit, right? But my guy, my Uncle Rick just said they was in Mexico shooting each other up. Yeah, I can believe that because they too comfortable pulling their pants down in front of each other and pulling their cheeks out. You know what I mean? You either fucking or y'all taking steroids, and y'all already do this shit. Y'all either already taking steroids or y'all fucking, right? And I'm going to go with the first one because I don't even want to think about the latter. You know what I mean? So it's one of the two. You know what I mean? It's one of the two. For sure, it's one of the two. You know what I mean? Okay. But hell yeah, but I've been thinking, Ryan was a little, suspect, not suspect like in masculinity, not suspect as in masculinity, suspect as in, the steroid thing, him, taking or not taking. Now, all this is just, my opinion, allegedly, conspiracy. This ain't no facts behind this. I don't know the doctor who issuing Ryan Garcia, no PEDs and no shit like that, but I'm just looking at how he moved, right? The camp that he was with. Him having mental issues, him going through all that shit. That's side effects of PEDs. Not saying, that he taking PEDs, but if you're in question for PEDs, you pulling out of fights left and right, you got mental issues, you going through it and everything. That could be a side effect of the drugs that you're taking that you ain't too, familiar with. You know what I mean? All those drugs have a side effect. He said, "You said it right. He might be with his sexuality, like his masculinity, right? His sexuality. I think that's why he had those weird mental breakdowns. Yeah, me too, Vince. I think those were the PEDs and shit. Working their way and all that good shit. But I had did a little EP on it, last year, a little 8-minute jump, a little smooth over. You know what I mean? Just a little smooth over. You know what I mean? So, but let me put his opponent back up here. Just so you know what y'all came for. 33-3. 33-3. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna keep y'all in this thing too long. I know y'all got shit to do. Know y'all don't want to sit here all day, and talk to me. You know what I mean? But I greatly appreciate everybody sliding through this jump. Ryan Garcia, January 7th, San Antonio, Texas. Mercito Gesta, 33-3-3, 17 KOs, been stopped once himself, 35 years old, 5'7" with a 68-inch arm reach. Notable names on the resume: Joel Diaz Jr., Carlos Molina, and also Jorge Linares. He beat Joel Diaz Jr., beat Molina, and he lost unanimous decision to Jorge Linares. I think this is a fight to get him ready for Tank Davis. I think this is actually a fight that's going to get him ready and not just, an easy walkover fight, but at the same time, a fight that he should win. You know what I mean? But Mercito Gesta, January 7th, San Antonio, Texas. Ryan Garcia. Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through this thing. Skinner Hardaway Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. This the present. This how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.